Welcome back to Most Buffalo. This year marks 250 years since the founding of the United States. And next week, the Jewish Museum of Buffalo is inviting people of all faiths and backgrounds to learn how Jewish heritage and culture has shaped the story of our city and our country. It's all happening at the Jewish Museum of Buffalo's upcoming event, America 250, The Jewish American Story. So joining us now in studio to tell us more, we have Jill Gutman, the director of the Jewish Museum of Buffalo, and Preeti Govindaraj, Commissioner of the Erie County Historical Commission. Thank you both for being here on Most Buffalo. America 250 celebrations are continuing. It's an all-year thing. It's not just the 4th of July. So explain how important it is to tell the stories of Jewish Americans, especially when it comes to Western New York.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question, and thank you so much for having us back, because this has been a very active year and a very fun year in telling the stories and the legacies of Erie County 250. And we've been so privileged and fortunate to share all of our different cultural communities and the work and the contributions that they have made to our county. And now we're partnering with the Jewish Museum of Buffalo to tell the contributions of Jewish Americans and artists who are very significant to the Jewish American community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So the story of American Jewry actually starts well before 1776. In fact, the first Jews come to the United States in the year 1654. They actually are kicked out of Brazil after leaving Portugal, and 24 Jews land here, and they bring their unique sounds, unique music. And by 1776, there are actually 3,000 Jews in the new America. In fact, one of the major funders of the Revolutionary War was an American Jew.
Wow.
And so our story here in Western New York begins in the War of 1812, where the captain of the fort in Williamsville, his name was Captain Meyer, was the first documented Jew in our region. And of course, in 1825, a man by the name of Mordecai Emanuel Noah buys Grand Island to be the original refuge for the Jews. So the story of the development of the city of Buffalo is so intertwined with the Jewish people.
Yeah, right from the beginning. Tell me about some of the exhibitions that will be opening next Thursday.
Yes, so there's two exhibitions. One is the 250-year celebration of American Jewry, which tells the story really of Buffalo's contributions to the development of this country and the development of the city. And then we have the artist Noah Brower, who is the head of the printmaking department at the UB School of Art, and his exhibition, which was called Patrimony, is coming and will open here. It was actually just displayed in New York City, and before that it was at the U.S. Embassy in Prague. So it's a really incredible exhibition.
And for us to be able to see it here, that's fantastic.
It's amazing. We're so lucky, especially since it's had a really amazing run, and to be the host site of such an incredible show is amazing.
And there are performers that are going to be performing too.
Yes, so the art exhibition opens at 6 and the concert begins at 7. And we tell the 250-year plus history of the Jewish American story through music, starting with the sounds of the Portuguese Jews, but then going through as different migrant communities, immigrant communities make their way to America and shaping the true American sounds. You know, you have the Jews that bring klezmer, the Jews that really shape Ten Pan Alley, the Jews that shape the modern music scenes, whether it's rock, whether it is Jewish contributions to classical music.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll hear compositions from Beethoven, we'll hear compositions from Paderewski, we'll hear selections from the Hebrew melodies for voice, violin, and piano. And each of these offers a different aspect, a slightly different vantage point of this story.
Right, but we will also have klezmer, jazz, and modern American music. In fact, Billy Joel's Vienna will be performed.
Yeah. So it's something for everybody, and you might hear a piece and then really get into that type of music that maybe you haven't been exposed to before or heard performed live, because that's amazing too.
Yeah, and we also are lucky enough to have two poets that are performing as part of this, really filling in the entire oral sound of the people.
Yeah, and that's a great space too. Tell people what they need to know if they want to go. What information, is there a website they should go to?
Yes, so the Jewish Museum of Buffalo has posted all the information as well, but visitbuffalo.com has the information, as does the Erie County Historical Commission. So you will find it on all the socials if you look for Erie County Historical Commission.
Yeah. And our website is www.jmbuffalo.org.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. That's Jill Gutman, Director of the Jewish Museum of Buffalo, and Preeti Govindaraj, Commissioner of the Erie County Historical Commission. Thank you for being here on Most Buffalo today. We appreciate it.